This is what it looks like. All right. Then you got to click it. You click it and then you put your name on. There's a few lines that you're supposed to sign. And then whenever you do that, you've written history. So you get to fight me.
Knuckles to Knives, what?
Knuckles and Knives, baby.
Yeah, you what's that, your media?
That's my media.
Lovely. When did you set that up?
The first time you said it in a
There you go. So I raise up, so I say, we're the alien of combat sport. And may our combatants turn their knuckles to knives. Here, when you're good, and I'm all right. Awesome. Mr. Knuckles to Knives, how are you doing?
What's up, brother? Interrupting your meal, I see, eh?
Yeah, bro. I literally training 2-3 times a day. It's like hard to find time just to eat.
Oh, I hear you, man. I appreciate you for taking the time. I really do, bro.
Not a problem, bro.
Yeah, so big event coming up for you. Harrison Aiken will be making his return to the squared circle at KNUCKLEMANIA February 7th next month. How you doing, brother? How's training camp going?
I'm good, man. Like I said, I've been training 2-3 times a day. I am currently back home. I was in Albuquerque for a week, and the week before that, I was in Colorado. So I've been doing a lot of elevation training. My corner is Donald Sanchez, who we all know just fought for a world title. And Donald and I actually fought before. So he pushes me very hard. He's one of my, really good friends now. And we've got some things cooking. So we're ready to go out there and take care of business.
Amazing. Yeah, you know what? I know you and Donald fought previously. So you haven't fought since that fight against Donald?
I have fought, but it was boxing, and it was down in Medellin, Colombia.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say that. I did see that you took a boxing bout in between this match there. How did the boxing bout go? How did that come about?
Well, I was training with a different coach at the time, and he was just pure boxing, and he's like, "Hey, let's go get some work down." He's like, "I got some promoters down in Medellin," so I went down there, won by knockout. It was a good fight. It was first round knockout. So, but it was at heavyweight. So, I'm not a heavyweight dog. I was just talking to him. I got a little secret card in my back pocket right now, which I'm gonna pull out when I win. But so I was letting him know. I was like, I don't know, maybe I might be the only bare knuckle fighter that has fought in 4 different weight classes, because I won Georgia's first ever bare knuckle fight in the state of Georgia as a heavyweight. I've won at 205. I've won at 185, and February 7th, God willing, I'll be winning my 175 debut, and I'm actually on weight today. I'm 176 pounds right now.
Yeah, that's
and I got 3 weeks left, bro. So I'm chilling. I mean, I run every day. I work out every morning. I train twice a day. I've put in a lot of effort in getting down to this weight behind the scenes. I sort of went ghost after my Columbia fight. Wasn't really getting any offers or anything, so I just started working, and I started working, and I kept working, and people started noticing my weight change, and I've lost 40 pounds in 3.5 months. Wow. So consistency is key to success.
Yeah, that's super impressive, brother. No, you could see it. I could see it on your face. You definitely look in shape, man. Yeah. That's good to hear. I mean, that would be a great accomplishment, bro. Four divisions, first person to ever do it in the BKFC. That's phenomenal.
Well, after this, we're not stopping there. We're going to 165, because I'm on weight right now. So I'm on weight today. If we fought tomorrow, I would weigh in and I would be fine. So it's like, let's go ahead and go down to 165 and see what's up.
Yeah. Do you normally cut a lot of weight for your fight?
Yeah, normally I do. But I've changed a lot in my life. I've changed my diet. I've changed my eating habits. I've stayed very structured with my workouts, and it shows. Normally I'm cutting between 20 and 15 pounds the week of fight. So when I fought Donald, we were just joking about it last week. He was like, "You motherfucker, you were big as hell when you jumped in the ring against me." And I was like, "Yeah, dog, I was 205 on a 185 fight. So I gained 20 pounds within a 24-hour period." And he was like 178 or something like that. So, I mean, I think he may have been like 180, but yeah, no, I was like a truck. Now I'm fast. Speed kills. So I'm excited, man. I'm like, I've been doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm just excited to be able to put it all together come February 7th. It's a great opportunity. I talked with Chris Lytle and Serge the other day, and they were like, we handpicked you, so go out there and do what we believe that you're capable of doing. And it's a blessing at my age. I mean, I feel like I'm sort of getting a little bit older now, and it's like, these opportunities can really only come sometimes once in a lifetime. So this is a great opportunity for me to go out and show them what I'm capable of doing, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm just ready to go out and show them what this old dog's made of.
For sure, brother. And you know what? You're excited. We're excited to see the return of the headhunter. And you know what? I believe this is your first time ever fighting the biggest event of the year for the promotion, KNUCKLEMANIA, right? So talk about that a little bit. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I can't really name my opponent, but I can talk about it. So my opponent beat my friend last year. He broke his jaw, and I was in the corner for that fight. There's a little bit of like, I respect the dude. Like, I know he's a good boxer, and I know that he has gotten better, and he knows that I'm a fucking dog. And this is not my first fight. This is my 8th fight. So there's levels, and I hope to be able to show that, come February 7th. And it's not like I'm going out there for revenge for my friend. I'm going out there I have my own reasons. You know what I'm saying? I'm a family man. I'm a father. I've made a lot of sacrifices this camp. I've put in the work, countless hours behind scenes when nobody else is looking. And, for me, it's just a great opportunity to let everybody know that I'm still here, and that I'm still coming to knock down these doors that nobody thought I was able to open.
Yeah, I know you can't mention the opponent, but now I got to go back and do some research and find out who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you about the Donald Sanchez fight. Looking back on that fight, what lessons do you think you learned from that fight?
Honestly, bro, like I learned a lot about myself that fight, because a lot of people were betting against me. Like, a lot of people, even the people that lived in my town, were like, "Yo, this dude's gonna go out and get starched the first round." First round, I did. I got my block knocked off, and I got back up, and I told myself before I walked out there, I told my wife, I said, I'm willing to leave that fucking place on a stretcher. And that's what I was mentally prepared to do. And I got up after that first exchange. He hit me, about put me through the damn ropes. And I got up. I was like, okay, you didn't take me out. So now let's go. So then we really started getting after it. We were the only fight on that card to make it all 5 rounds. It was every single fight were knockouts. So I learned more about myself in that loss than I have in any of my wins. I do have that grit. I do have that, even when shit gets dark and you're hurting all over, I do have that ability to see it to the other side. My last 3 fights have all gone the distance. So it's like, now I'm really working hard on trying to transfer over, being from a heavyweight coming down to a middleweight. And I got some tricks up my sleeve. I'm an old dog, but I got new tricks. So it's like, I'm very excited to showcase some of these things that I've been working on. Like I said, I respect my opponent. I know that he is a good fighter. He's definitely a good boxer. He's more of a traditional style. When he presses, and when he doesn't, he's a very good counter fighter. So it's like, I got to be on my P's and Q's no matter what, and try to make sure that I'm setting traps to get him to fall for him.
I love that, man. Super excited for your return. And you know what? That Donald Sanchez fight was phenomenal. I love that fight. Were you born in Atlanta?
Yeah. Born and raised in Atlanta. I grew up in Gwinnett County. I went to Parkview High School, wrestled, and then I also went to a military school for a little while. And, I was always an athlete. I always played football, always wrestled, and, the wrestling transferred over into my MMA career. I was a 2-time AMI champion in MMA, and most of them were from ground and pound because I could wrestle.
I'm losing you there for, it's like cutting out a little bit. When you're talking, say something again.
Yeah, so I was a 2-time MMA champion. Yeah, so I was a 2-time MMA champion at 2 different weight classes. I wrestled in high school, and that transitioned over into my MMA career. But once bare knuckle came to the scene, I was like, oh, this is what I want. This is what and one of my best friends is Joe Elmore. So Joe, he's fighting on the same card, fighting Mike Richmond, and that's like, I'm glad I'm fighting before that, because I can't wait to watch that fight. That's gonna be a barn burner.
Yeah.
Both of them are going to be leaving with a lot of stitches. That's all I'm saying.
No, yeah, I actually meant to ask you about that. You beat me to it. I've heard you mention Joe Elmore before, and how close you guys are. And I just wanted to know your opinion on that fight. What do you think about that fight?
I love Joe like a brother. He has been in my corner. He was in my corner for the Donald fight. He's been in my corner for some other bare knuckle events that I've fought. I mean, I can't get any closer with anybody in the bare knuckle than I am with Joe. I know that Mike is a very tricky southpaw. I am a southpaw as well. So he does a lot of switching. So, me and Joe, we got some plans to be meeting up, especially while I'm in town. So I think we're going to get some different training in, and so I can show him some of the things that I've been working on as well, setting traps, for southpaws, because there's nobody else better to learn from than a southpaw. So I know what works against me as well as what will work for me. That's the plan, is just trying to share knowledge with each other. I hope Joe comes out on top. I know Mike is an absolute fucking dog, and he will either die in that ring or Joe will die in that ring. They're both killers. I mean, I have mad respect for Mike Richmond, but Joe is my brother, and I'm always going to ride with him no matter what.
Absolutely. I can't wait for that fight either, man. What was your childhood like growing up? Did you get into a lot of fights?
Yeah, I mean, me and my brother fought a lot. Yeah, I have a younger brother. We definitely had our fair share of scraps. I did get in a lot of trouble in school, fighting related and just being bad. That's why I went to military school. So, I did grow up pretty aggressively, constantly trying to prove myself, and then, I hit an age where I was like, okay, now I can't be fighting on these streets because I'm going to start going to fucking jail. And so I had my few run-ins with that, but a lot of these times that I was, doing all this is like alcohol related stuff like that. And January 28th, I'll be 3 years sober. So I get to share my experience with other people of, how to stay away from addiction and stuff. I use my platform of being a fighter to share that story with other people. So that's what I've really learned to appreciate, where I've made it now, and how hard I've worked, because not only am I a fighter, but I do have a backstory. And I do have struggles and things that I had to deal with. Even when I started, I didn't start my career off on the best foot. But when I got sober, I changed everything about my life, and that transferred over into my bare knuckle career, and I started winning. So I was invited back into the BKFC. So they see the difference in me. They know my story. All of them do. And it's just a blessing to be able to get a second chance sometimes, because sometimes I was like, damn, did I burn a bridge that I'll never be able to get back? And then, I was offered a fight back in Atlanta, and they were like, prove us wrong, but let us see who you really are. And I went out there and I won, and I showed them, that this is who I am today. No matter what, I'm not going back to that life.
Appreciate you sharing that, brother. Yeah, and congratulations on that, man. 3 years sober. That's a huge accomplishment. What do you think was the biggest reason for you to get sober?
My kids.
Kids?
My kids. Absolutely.
Man, something again with this sound. It's just
sorry, my kids. Sorry, I'm probably not speaking loud enough. But,
okay.
Yeah, my I have a 7-year-old daughter and a 12-year-old, and they're my best friends. Everything I do is for those kids. And I have 2 little girls. I grew up in a rough, I was rough, rowdy, and I didn't give a damn. And when I had 2 little girls, it softened me up. Those are the things that I think about, is like the sacrifices that I have to make for those kids, the time that I miss with them, going out of town. And even when I'm here, I'm not here. You know what I'm saying? I wake up at 5 o'clock every single morning and I'm gone until literally just walked in the house as I got your message. So it's like I've been gone for 14 hours today and I'm home. So it's like I'm missing time with my girls, I'm missing time with my wife, and I'm like, this is what I put myself through mentally, because now when I do think about these types of things, this is the person that I've trained to be, and I have to be this guy's worst nightmare. And him taking me away from my family for 6 weeks is going to be a nightmare, because I'm living in a nightmare right now. I don't get to be daddy. I don't get to be a husband. I have to literally eat, breathe, sleep, repeat. Eat, breathe, sleep, repeat, and that's all I do. And like when I go into camps, that's all I focus on, nothing else. I have like great guys that run my businesses for me, and like, but this is all I'm going to do until I get into that ring February 7th. I've literally consumed myself. It's like an addiction in itself. Like I can't, and if I don't train, I go crazy. My coach told me today, he's like, hey man, have a rest day. You've gone like, I think like 10 days in a row. I was like, yeah, fuck that. I'm getting up and I'm going for a run. And that's what I did. And then he was like, okay, well, let's just tone it down a notch. And I'm like, no, fuck that. We're training again tonight. So that's it. Like I'm gonna be the best version of myself, and that's it. That's all I care about is making sure that I make a fucking statement.
How does your wife and kids feel about you being a fighter?
My kids think I'm a superhero, so that's pretty fucking cool. Like
Yeah.
they see me. They've seen me on both ends. They've seen me win. They've taken my medals, that I've won to school to shoot for show and tell and stuff like that. And then they've seen the dark side of things. They've seen me come home really beat up, like stitched up. But they know that I tell them every time. I was like, Daddy's coming home, no matter what. I'm a fight until I can't fight anymore. I pray for me and my opponent every single night, dude, which is sort of, I was telling my buddy that deal. He's like, you pray for your opponent? I was like, absolutely. Because we live different lives, even outside of being a warrior and being a fighter. I pray that we both give them the fucking best show that we can, but also that we get to come home to our loved ones, because at the end of the day, that's all that I care about is those little girls and that group and my wife sitting in that room. And I'm like, this is just a part of me that I get to share with the world. But what means most to me is where I'm at right now, is at home.
For sure, man. The family first, always. How old were you when you got into combat sports?
I started wrestling my freshman year of high school. So, I was, there were obviously kids that had, I learned the hard way with that one. So it's like, I was dealing with guys that were wrestling since they were about, 6, 7 years old. And then I jumped into high school and I'm like, holy shit, this is a different fucking game. So my first year was really rough. And then I started, doing really well my sophomore, junior year. But that's when I started, was freshman year of high school.
How did you end up getting into bare knuckle?
Bare knuckle. So like when I got out of the army, I decided to get into like martial arts because I had very little structure. And I was drinking a lot and doing crazy shit and ended up in jail. So I was like, I need to surround myself around people that are going to hold me accountable. So I started training with the Lima brothers back when I think Diego was in the UFC and Douglas was, the Bellator champion. And they would just have expectations that we be at practice every day, and I was still doing my shit on the side, but I started to conform into becoming, okay, I want to do this. Like, this is something that it's actually going to take consistency and determination, and I got it when I'm lacking motivation, the consistency has to kick in. It's like, you don't become a fighter overnight. It's all about staying consistent and doing the best that you can, and when you get knocked down, you get the fuck back up.
Did you have any like fighters that you used to watch growing up that inspired you to get into combat sports?
I really liked Anderson Silva. I always watched him, and I was like, golly, this dude is just like the perfect fighter. Like he was elusive, he was lanky, he had snap. If he went to the ground, he'd choke you out. Like, it was just like, holy shit, this dude. And he went on a tear for like,
Yeah.
I want to say like 8 to 10 years, like where he was just destroying folks. And I was like, if I could just be 1/2 or 1% of what that guy is. I mean, I never thought I would be in the BKFC, honestly. Like I thought I was gonna, hang it up after a good MMA career, and then I just started getting like seeing Joe in there, and then I'm like, damn, I want to try that. And then now we're 8 fights later. Like I'm like, man, I've had people tell me they never thought I would even be a pro fighter, and I had to prove them wrong. And now I'm actually doing fights on one of the biggest bare knuckle cards in the entire world. So it's like you can do whatever you put your mind to. You just gotta work for it.
For sure. For sure. What fighters do you like watching in bare knuckle?
My favorite, obvious. I've trained with Lorenzo. I went down to Jacksonville. Lorenzo, he's a fucking animal, bro. Like to see this man get dropped twice by Dyer and then freaking resurrect him from the dead. It was like, holy shit, he still fucking has it. He has like that insane power that if he just touches you, it's like lights out. He did it to Richmond. He did it to Dyer. He's done it. I mean, he's done it to a lot of people. And the fact that I get to fight with this dude, like on KNUCKLEMANIA, like that's a fucking love. I like Lorenzo a lot. I think that he's like humbled himself a lot too recently. Like I think since he had that uh recent comeback, and you can just tell he's a different fighter, and it's like I respect him a lot more because he's been through the struggles and he had to go through some struggles, and now look at him, he like came back and it was like he never left. But there's a different aura about him that I'm like, oh, he's coming to fuck shit up now. Like he's ready, and I think he's gonna sleep Yoel. Yeah, I do. I think he's gonna knock Yoel out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wanted to ask you about that. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Juggernaut, man, and it's like you said, it's incredible to see like something comes out of him, man, when he gets dropped a couple times and then he gets back up and he's able to just finish those guys cold. Like you said, Josh Dyer, Mike Richmond. I'd be truly intrigued to hear his perspective on that, because you see him go down and then you just see something going on in his brain and then he throws that crazy punch and just ends you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was worried for Josh when I saw how long he was out. I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
scary. Scary for
Yeah.
sure. What do you think about McGregor being the co-owner of the BKFC now? Did you follow his career at all growing
Oh,
up?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. He's added definitely some views. That's for damn sure. And then I know that it's helped them, I'm sure it's helped them financially as well, be able to open up different opportunities. When you have a superstar, and we're talking about like one of the biggest superstars that has ever walked the earth for combat sports, if not the biggest.
Yeah.
I've never seen people pull the amount of views, and wherever he goes there's cameras. It doesn't like, whether it's good or bad, he's able to pull views in, and like that was one of the smartest business moves that I think that BKFC had ever made, and it's taken them to a different level. Like there's no other organization that has that type of pull. So I
Yeah.
think that, and like they got some big things coming up too. Like they're talking about some like $25 million tournament. I'm like, okay, well, when y'all get done with all the big guys, let me know when it's time for the little guys to get in, and y'all want to do that one, because I'll lose some more weight and get down there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Are you planning on competing in that tournament?
I
Well,
would
now you're
love to.
dropping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would love to, but there's a cutoff. I think it's I want to say
180.
it's like 185 to heavyweight. So like when do the little guys get the chance? Because that's where I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue to lose weight, and I'm like, I love being this size. Like I'm fast as fuck, boy. Like I know. Like I thought I was pretty good, like at 185 and 205. Like I can't wait to just be out there and I'm calm, bro. It's like I feel like I've hit my stride in this sport. I'm like, I don't have to. We can go out there and bang if you want. But I'm used to banging with guys that are 225, 205. So let's see how that works out. But if you want to box, let's box. If you want to bang, let's bang. Like we'll take it wherever he wants to go. But I'm gonna dictate the pace of this fight.
So you wouldn't put on weight again to enter this tournament? Yeah,
I
I
would
mean,
not.
I feel like there's going to be something cooking for the smaller guys in
Yeah,
the upcoming
yeah.
future,
No,
you know?
I'm not getting in there with fucking Ben Rothwell. You got me fucked up. Hell no. I love my family way too much to even try.
Yeah, for sure. I agree, man.
Yeah, bro, did you see what he did to Mick Terrell?
Yes, I actually we
I was there. I was there, obviously. So I was like,
yeah,
holy shit. And bro, like, you got to understand, this man is easily 300 pounds when he walks in the next day. Like,
yeah,
I don't want his hand is bigger, like, than almost both of my hands put together. I don't want to get hit by that shit. I don't care if
yeah.
I'm a fighter or not. That's crazy, dog.
I agree, bro. He's a specimen, and we hosted a show, myself, Combat Loops and Throwing Hands, and we kind of picked who our favorite knockouts of the year were, and there were so many spectacular knockouts. My one of my favorite knockouts was the Ben Rothwell Mick Terrell knockout, just because it's the heavyweight division. He did it in such crazy fashion, and yeah, brutal knockout. What do you think about the Arlovsky fight? Arlovsky's got him
I don't
2 and
have
0.
much to think about it because I think it should be Perdomo,
Mm.
and that's all I gotta say about that.
I agree.
Perdomo is he's worked it, bro. He's got like 9 knockouts. Like, why not? Well,
Yeah,
I
I
get
agree.
it. I get it from a standpoint of like, okay, Ben Rothwell and Arlovsky have fought twice in the UFC, and it's like the trilogy. But we're talking about two different sports. Like,
Yeah,
Perdomo is he needs to fight Rothwell, and I think that's the fight to make.
I agree, man. I was a little bit confused why that fight hasn't been made yet. They might be waiting for the tournament to start up, right? And my opinion was, if since Rothwell is fighting Arlovsky now, I honestly think Zombo's next opponent should be Mick Terrell, you know?
It would be a great fight
Right?
because Mick hasn't fought since KNUCKLEMANIA.
Right.
That would
Right.
be an awesome fight.
Yeah. What would be like a dream matchup for you?
A dream matchup. I don't know if I have a dream matchup. I mean, I have goals, but I don't know if I'm there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that I'm not the perfect fighter. I would love to be able to fight Mundell one day. Mundell is the best in the world. I'm not taking anything away from him. He beat Donald. He beat a lot of the guys that he's steamrolled them. But I got way more work to do before I can even put myself in even that category. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to prove myself before I can even, you got to go to the top 5, and then you got to start knocking guys out at top 5. And I'm not there yet. So like, I'm humble enough to know, like, but yeah, that would be a dream fight. I mean, he's number 1 in the world for a reason. He showed it. He's shown it time and time again. And him and Perry need to fight. That's all I'm saying.
Knuckles to Knives is officially sponsored by Blues King 24/7. My brother Ivan Stojakovic has decided to support the movement. Ivan owns a company called Blues King 24/7, and they are located in Ontario, Canada. Blues King 24/7 does some of the cleanest cladding work in the world. They deal with siding, aluminum panels, and any exterior finish. They also waterproof buildings, homes, and take on any commercial or residential projects. They are located in Ontario, Canada, but will take on work anywhere in the world. So if you need your building or home upgraded on the exterior, call Blues King 24/7. That's BLUESKING 24/7. Go check them out on Instagram.
Like,
Yeah.
him and Perry need to fight because that's gonna be, bro. You know how many fucking people are gonna watch that?
Yeah.
Even people that don't watch bare knuckle are gonna watch that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a huge fan of Redneck. I think he's a super elite fighter. He's
100%.
earned the spot pound for pound. He's earned it in blood, sweat, and tears. And yeah, I mean, I've said this before. This is a layup for the BKFC, man. The boys don't like each other. They've fought previously in MMA. Mike Perry's holding that super high, but
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
said, this is a different sport. This is bare knuckle, and
yeah. It
Redneck is
is,
super
and
dominant.
he's so good. Like, I've sparred Redneck before, and I helped Donald out with the fight camp,
Yeah,
and it didn't go over that well with Mundell that I went
yeah,
and spot. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about that. But either way, he does not fight like he spars, bro. I tell you right now, I did not see one version in the sparring that I was like, holy shit. I was like, this dude is like a Terminator. And he was hitting angles and coming like with different punch. I was like, holy fuck. I was like, this guy is number one. And you could, I mean, I respect the fuck out of him. Honestly, I do. But you know, he's made his name as the pound for pound for a reason, because he has destroyed everybody in his path. And you know, there's no other fight to make other than that. Like, who else is there? Who else is there in the top? There's nobody else. It's Perry and Mundell, and honestly, I think Mundell wins because Perry blocks with his face, and he's gonna look like a cheese grater came across his fucking head by the end of if he makes it 5 rounds, it's gonna be one of the most disgusting fights that you'll ever see, because there will be a cut stoppage. There'll have to be.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I totally agree. BKFC, please make Redneck versus Mike Perry this year. Let me just go back to what you said there. What are some of your goals that you want to achieve this year in 2026?
Well, obviously, I want a goal for BKFC from me is come back to Atlanta. Please come back to Atlanta. We sell a lot of tickets down here. I love fighting in front of my people. Everybody is asking me, when is BKFC coming to Atlanta? You know, I got something I gotta take care of first. So I win this fight, put me in a co-main. You know, Nathan Rivera is making some hella noise out here. He wants a world title. I'm not gonna jump over anybody. You know, make me a featured fight, make me whatever. But I gotta take care of business first in order to earn that spot. You know, also I think my goal is to make it down to 165. Being able to say that I'm one of the only bare knuckle fighters in the entire world to fight in 5 different weight classes, like that's a feat in itself. I want to stack up some wins and get paid well. I have definitely started getting paid better, but I know that I have to go out there and perform to get to the status of where I'm wanting. And you know, at the end of the day, bro, I only my years are numbered, so it's like I'm going to give it my all until my body either gives out on me or my kids just ask me to stop.
How do you want the fans to remember you when it's all said and done?
That I went through trials and tribulations and that I never gave up on them. I've seen the worst of the worst and I've seen the top, and no matter what, I just want them to know that I never gave up on myself, and that I gave it my all no matter what, and I never quit in the ring. You know, ever since I got sober, bro, I made it an absolute goal of mine to either get knocked out, like don't ever take myself out of the fight. You know, make sure that no matter what, that I'm still in the fight no matter what, and that if I can fucking walk and I can fucking stand, to fucking fight, period. Because you know, when I was dealing with addiction problems, I also dealt with a lot of like self-confidence issues, and I sold myself short a few times, and I'm like, dude, you know, I got scared, and I'm not, you know, I'm not scared to talk about it either. You know, bare knuckle is a fucking scary fucking sport, but I wasn't prepared. I didn't prepare myself mentally, physically, you know, spiritually. And now, today, I am a different person. I've done everything that I need to fucking do to make sure that I'm prepared to do whatever I have to do to win. And that's it.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's important to talk about it. You know, there's a lot of people dealing with the same thing out in the world, and you know, it's just the typical men's health thing.
Yeah.
Men think they need to just bottle things up and not talk about it, and it's great to hear you talk about it, man, you know. I got a couple more for you. So wait, I've heard you mention in a previous interview that you have a business outside of the BKFC. What is your business?
So I have 2 businesses. I own a landscaping and tree removal company. I work for some of the biggest property management companies in the state of Georgia. And then I also own a rental car company, which I started about 4 or 5 months ago. It's gone very, very well. Started to get a few high-end cars, and, you know, I'm enjoying it, you know, getting to drive a different car every day. All my cars are getting paid off with, you know, these little eco cars that I've rented out. All my cars are most of the time gone all the time. So it's like, you know, I get to drive a Corvette, or I get to drive a Defender, or I get to drive my Tundra, Tundra. It's fun. I love cars too. So it's like, I don't mind detailing my next one. I'm trying to get a Urus. So that's going to be one of my next goals next year, is to be able to purchase a Lamborghini. And, it's just good money in it too. It's just like, it's fun. The kids love it. My kids, every time I pull in to pick them up from school, there's like, that's my daddy. He's in the Corvette. And I'm like, yeah. So it's cool, bro. I love being able to provide. I love my landscaping too, dude. I like taking things that don't look good and turning them around, and people are like, wow, you turned that from that to that? And I'm like, yeah, I can do that.
It's amazing, bro. You're a busy man. Landscaping is a talent of its own, you know?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. I'm glad that I do things that I enjoy doing, because I don't ever feel burnt out.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they say. Once you find something that you enjoy doing, it's just not even a job anymore, you
No, it
know?
really isn't, honestly. Like, I,
Yeah,
I love waking up and going, because it's not the same thing every day either,
yeah,
because we always have different projects. So it's pretty cool. And I'm blessed enough now to have people run my business for me. So when I want to work, I go work. When I don't want to work, I train. It's like, and now that I'm in a fight camp, I have all the time in the world to dedicate my time to this fight. So
yeah.
that is a blessing. It's a huge
That's
blessing.
huge. What are the names of your businesses? And you want to let the
Oh, you're
fans
gonna
know?
laugh. You're gonna laugh at this one. Longwood LLC.
Longwood
Long,
LLC.
yeah, Longwood. Longwood LLC, and then North Georgia Car Rentals.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what, can the fans find it on Instagram or?
Yeah, Facebook. Yeah, I have Facebook, Instagram. We're
Okay.
all over. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, so let me ask you, because you're not allowed to technically mention who you will be fighting.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that my flights are booked. So,
Right.
I don't think they're gonna come off of a few $1,000s to get me in my corner out there if this thing ain't coming to fruition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't want you to say anything you're not supposed to. I just want to know, because you did mention the contract on his end hasn't been signed yet. I don't
Yeah.
know if he's having trouble finding a pen or what the deal is, but if you want to maybe just, send a message to light a fire under him, maybe,
Yeah. Wait, hold on. This is what it looks like. All right. Then you got to click it. You click it, and then you put your name on. There's a few lines that you're supposed to sign, and then whenever you do that, you've written history. So you get to fight me. Yeah, listen, I got, like I told you, I respect this dude. We've talked, and I congratulated him after he beat my friend. They had a little bit of beef. I'm not like that, dude. I don't. The reason why he did want to fight me is because I said that Philly fighters cherry picks their fights and fight cans, and I stand on business. I stand on business. So what's up? And he can either humble me and beat me, and may the best man win. If he beats me that night, guess what? I'm gonna be the same person. I'm still gonna shake his hand. And I'm like, guess what, bro? You fucking hell of a fight. Awesome. But he has not fought anybody like me. Nobody at the middleweight division in Philadelphia has fought anybody as good as me. I'll stand on that till the day that I die. And until they take themselves and put themselves against somebody that is a caliber fighter or a veteran fighter, or somebody that's, a better fighter than what's on paper. I'm gonna call it how I see it, dude. If it pisses somebody off, then so be it. I don't care. But my original fight that I wanted was Garbarino.
Yeah.
I wanted to fight Garbarino. And we've talked our little trash back and forth, but it's like nothing's came of it. So it is what it is. But Kane Tomlinson gets to fight Garbarino. That's awesome. I hope Kane wins. Garbarino is also a very good fighter. He's got great boxing. He's got great head movement. He's got awesome footwork. And I'm not saying that these guys are bad fighters. I'm just saying that they have been given a fucking leap up because the guys that they're fighting are not that good. All right. I'm not going to give credit where credit's not due. They are good fighters, but they haven't fought good fighters either. So, yeah, it's great that you're 3-0, but you can brag for what? You fought nobody. You didn't fight anybody worth a fucking shit. So, and if the people that he fought think anything of it, you know where to fucking find me. I'm just calling it how a lot of other people are seeing it. I just have the balls to fucking say it.
Respect that, man. So let me ask you, in your opinion, why do you think the Philly fighters have the privilege to cherry pick?
Well, it's the BKFC's from Philly. The matchmakers from Philly. You know, bro, I don't care. Loyalty is loyalty. I mean, are you going to ride with somebody from, you know, some other different neighborhood? You're going to ride with your homies. Like, but I mean, and I call it, like, again, I'm going to call it how I see it. I don't care if I piss anybody off. I'm just going to be 100 with it. And I'm going to stand on business till the day that I die. If that upsets some people, then I don't care.
I respect it, brother.
Yeah, and it is what it is. But like, you know, you know, God forbid, I hope to God I win, and I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna fucking bleed, and I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to win. And guess what? The next fight I want is that Garbarino fight. And I even told Chris Lytle that. I even told Serge that. I'm like, I want that fight. Because I want to show him, yeah, I'm not a fucking pushover. Yeah, I might have a little bit of a lopsided record, but I was not the same fucking fighter when I started that I am today. And I think everybody out there fucking knows that. So sleep on me if you want, but I know that my opponent right now respects me. I know that. I know for 100% fact. He fucking told me. He's like, I know you're a dog and I know you're going to fucking bring it. And guess what? I am. I'm going to bring the best version of myself, and I know he's going to do the same. And then we're just going to duke it out, and whoever wins, wins. And that's it. That's what this game's about. But when I tell you, I'm so fucking excited to fight. I've never been this excited to fight because I got some things that I'm planning and some traps that I'm setting, and that I get to be a completely they're going to be like, holy shit, dude. So yeah, I mean, I've been working hard, man. I'm excited. I mean, I deserve this moment. So this is all I care about right now.
For sure. Do you have a prediction for this upcoming fight?
No.
No prediction?
Nope.
Okay. Well, let's leave it at that. Let's end it with, like, do you have a message for your fans, and if you want, maybe shout out some sponsors?
Absolutely. Everybody, I want to thank all my sponsors. I have way too many sponsors to even name. So I'm just going to say I love all of y'all. Thank y'all for all your financial contributions. Thank you for all your services that you've given me. Like, without y'all, I'm not able to be the fighter that I am. It literally is a team effort, and it's helped me go and train in places that I be the best version of myself. So I'm also always forever grateful to my sponsors. And then, you know, to my fans, this is the biggest fight of my career. That is plain and simple. It can't get any bigger than this for me unless I just go fight for a world title, but that takes time. If you want to see me fight, and even to my haters, if you want to see somebody try to knock me out, fucking watch it on Dawson Network. It's going to be one of the best shows that you'll ever watch. That you can't get any bigger than this. They put the biggest, baddest dudes on KNUCKLEMANIA for a reason, because they know that we're going to fucking bring it, and we're going to go out on our shield or fucking stand up on it. So that's the way I'm rocking. That's the energy that I'm bringing. I'm standing on fucking business. To my opponent, I know you're getting ready. You know I'm getting ready. Let's fucking put on a banger of a fucking show. Let's win those fight of the night fucking bonuses, because I need that extra fucking money, because I'm getting married in April. So let's go.
Congratulations on that too, brother. And you heard it here. Knuckles to Knives, Harrison Aiken will be making his return to the Squared Circle February 7th. Biggest event of the year, the Super Bowl for the BKFC. KNUCKLEMANIA 6. Opponent, TBA. We don't know yet, but look forward to the
signing.
news.
He's signing. He's already told me he's signing. So it'll be coming out any day now. And like I said, sorry for interrupting, by the way.
No,
but
good.
like I said, BKFC has already booked my flights, so you're going to come. You're going to get to watch me fucking fight. You're going to get to watch me fucking bleed, and I cannot fucking wait.
Let's fucking go. I really appreciate you taking the time, Harrison. Looking forward to the fight. I'm hoping I will be in the building that night.
That'd be great.
I'm hoping I can watch it live, and I hope we can meet in person too. So
yeah, that's what's up. All right,
awesome,
bro.
Man. Knuckles to Knives. Thank you, brother.
Let's go. Knuckles to Knives, baby.